Good morning. Welcome to TO Trades Weekly Watch List, July 16th. For this week, it is a pretty quiet week. Our number one is going to be U.S. unemployment on Thursday during the New York session. But the big thing is going to be that next Wednesday, July 26th, we do have the federal funds rate. They're going to raise it. They paused last time. He said we're probably going to raise it more. Inflation came down to 3%. Do we need to raise it anymore? I don't know. That's up to the old J Powell. We are going to look at a little GBP USD. Ended up playing a little bit of nice pool here. An absolute tank with the dollar coming down, an absolute tank with GBP USD going up. You do have, if you are going to trade some GBP USD, you do have London session. You've got GBP CPI here. From 8.7, they want to go to 8.2. Are they going to do it? They've stated 8.7 the last 2 months. They did come down from a big drop under 10. They went from 10 right to 8.7, stated 8.7. What's going to happen? Ask Bailey. This 1.3 is a big long-term level. This 1.31750 is also a big long-term level. It would have been nice if we got a little more grab up in there. I don't know if we got to come up and grab some liquidity and come back down. Do we come back down to 1.3 before we bounce up? Do we go back into this kind of bigger accumulation range at the 127, 1285? I don't know. If we go up, I think this 133633 is a big level. We kind of got a lot of indecision in this area. And I think there's a lot of indecision with the dollar, and I think it's going to transfer to everything. If you look at gold, it's the same thing. Gold had a beautiful trend line channel down, kind of came out, kind of chopped, decided we want to break down. We just wicked under 1900 for a day. Came all the way back up 1900 to 1955. Now we're in the same accumulation range that we were in June. Do we got to come back and clean up this 1936, or are we going to go all the way, shoot back up, get into this 1982? I got a little box at 1975. Again, a little bit indecision. We'll kind of have to see what happens. If you do look at the wicks, it looks like we're wicking down a little bit without wicking up. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you that. ES. ES, it's the same thing. I really was watching this 43.25 gap, kind of, you hit the boat there, came back up, came right back down to this 4,400-ish, came all the way back up. Do we go back to this 4,400 and then, maybe bounce from here? Do we go back to this 43.25? This gap's from June. It's from the beginning of June, June 8th, June 9th, Thursday, Friday gap. Or do we sail back up? I mean, 46.25 has legs. Apple's hitting all-time highs. We could get some legs. Very quickly, I do want to look at the VIX. I do have an alert set for the VIX at 15. When the VIX gets over 15, that's when the party starts. We do have some long-term lows. This is November of 2017. The VIX did hit 8.5, so we can go lower. If you want to go back, and we explored this a little more on the whole Sunday session, is we didn't hit the high. The high of the 08 recession crash was 95 on the VIX. We only got to 85 during the COVID. From 85, the high, it took us about 3 years to get under this 15 mark. If you look at 2008, it took us about 4 years from the high to get under this mark. What does that mean? I don't know. It's fun to look at. Same thing with you go with the VVIX, which is the VIX of the VIX. You got some long-term lows that we could go lower, and you got some big highs that we could go higher. I do have a VVIX alert set at 100. That's a nice number for the VVIX. And if we're going to go back and pay attention here, I think that means that GU, I don't know, all of them, I'm going to go, I think, I don't want to be that guy, but I think we're going to have to kangaroo GU. I think we're going to have to go to gold, and I think I'm going to have to kangaroo gold. Don't predict, just react. And I think I'm going to have to probably kangaroo the ES, the SPX, the SPY, US 500, whatever you want to call it. Go back to our NAS chart. Of course, I have this as the NAS chart because I don't ever use it. I don't really look at the NAS or do anything with it. And if we want to clean this up a little bit, if everyone's paying attention, this is going to be a pretty easy one. We're going to kangaroo GU. We're going to kangaroo, we're going to kangaroo gold. We're going to kangaroo. Boy, you gotta love TradingView. We're going to kangaroo the VIX. I hope the VIX goes up. I don't know. Thursday U.S. unemployment. Don't spend less, just earn more.